Hello again. You have stumbled into North Node Rising. Welcome. I hope your August was fulfilling. It brought a lot of challenges with that retrograde. I know it brought a lot of challenges for me. I learned a lot, and I had to humble myself that month with me having a Leo moon. So I did learn a lot, and one big thing is I had to ask for help. Doing that, who does? But I really don't like asking for help. So I had to do that and everything worked out. So let's do this reading for Sagittarius North Node for the month of September. I'm going to ask Spirit to grace us with her presence, although we know she's always here. We come to you today to ask that you give us this reading for Sagittarius North Node. We ask for our spirit guides to lead. Give me the message that I need to give to the this resonate, these bells resonate up to source, up to you, and back down again with the information that I need. Ashe, Ashe. Okay, we have a lunar eclipse in Pisces this month. So it's going to be calling, calling for us to change some things. I'm going to take that card and Spirit wants it. Something associated with that card. I asked that Spirit send it in. So, Sagittarius North Node, expansion and higher learning. You anyway. You love to ask questions. You're curious, but we don't want to be stuck. Sagittarius North Node. You can ask a million questions, but what is it that you believe? What is it that you know? If Sagittarius doesn't like believe, what is it that you know? Who are you? Who am I talking to? What sun sign are you? As a Sagittarius, you're here to expand. Ask. You're here to philosophize. You're here to ponder. Something's coming to me that maybe go through a period of only asking questions, and that's fine. But are you asking questions just to ask questions, or are you jotting down what it is that is curious so that you can delve deeper, that you can know a thing? Align with your soul's truth, soul's quest to for the truth, and trust the bigger picture. That's what my notes say. Okay, with this eclipse, you may be compelled to travel. That will be good for you. Maybe you can see the perspective of other cultures. Okay, so wow, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, and we have the Eight of Cups upright. So let's look at this. Spirit, what do you have to say to Sagittarius North Node? No matter the sign, With a Sagittarius North Node, you are called to be the adventurer, the philosopher, the person that breaks down truth or gets to the truth. But at some point, you can't be cynical. As my notes say, you have to trust the bigger picture. Trusting the bigger picture does not mean that you have all the answers. Trusting the bigger picture could just mean that you trust your belief system. Let's just say you don't have the answers to what you're searching for, but you know Source has heard your request. So you're going to trust the big picture that you will get the answer or that it'll make sense later. So, the cynical way that Sagittarius can be, you have to make sure also that you're not killing people's spirit. You're asking so many questions trying to see where people are that you're breaking their spirit and their belief system. Do your research, and it may take travel, it may take reading lots of books, but keep breaking down truth for the collective because we need it. Okay. The first thing that's coming up is bad business, disappointments, bad financial management, laziness, procrastination, impatience, setbacks, and lack of growth. Setbacks and lack of growth. Initially, when you hear that, one may think that it's only talking about finances. And your finances, whoever you are, may be an issue. I think that's an issue. I think most of the readings that I've done with North Node, that's a little bit of the issue in most of the readings. But again, I go back to um, when I see things dealing with finances, I see things with passion and other things. Okay, so the thing that is sticking out of all of those things that the cards, lack of growth, and this month is about expansion, faith, and higher learning. There's other signs too that I've read for, and the lack of growth or even the lack of finances has to do with higher learning. It's almost like this September is admonishing people to humble themselves and learn more, maybe even go back to school. Accept that you don't know everything, accept that we may be in a learning curve because we're coming out of the age of Pisces where we knew everything. We thought everything was only in the Bible, but we're finding there's older writings even, or even in your workplace. There's different ways of doing things. Maybe you need an upgrade. Upgrade is coming to mind. Okay. Brings us to the Queen of Cups in reverse. Emotional immaturity, insecurity, lack of trust, weak, disorganized, vengeful, shallow, giving too much, depressed. Just because we don't have all the answers, mhm, just because we don't have all the answers does not mean that we are a failure. When you look at this picture upright, who has the answers or who is making this queen feel better? It's the dolphin. Dolphins are known to be very wise. Let's see what the dolphin is handing her. It's some sort of fountain, a lantern, or something like that. I interpret that as the dolphin is bringing her light, not just a genie, but a light, lighting the way. So just because we are not the sharpest tool in the box yet, we can sharpen our skills. We can always search for truth. Sometimes it's tiring. That's coming to me that maybe you're tired, whoever you are, that you were staunchly one way, but your North Node in the Sagittarius is calling you to be something else, and it's shaking everything up. And maybe you're even depressed about it. Your world seems like it's upside down, just like these two cards, upside down. But what do I see? I still see somebody on their throne, and I still see someone with pentacles. They have the potential, okay? And then when we do come to this last card with the, it's interesting that it's Pisces energy, accomplishment, movement, and mastery, abandonment, walking away, letting go, withdrawal, retreat, travel. Travel was on my notes for you. Moving on, disappointments, loneliness. He is alone, but his cups are there. I don't see water in the cups, but he's by a water source. Fill the cups at any time. You can get the answers, is what I'm seeing. You can get the answers to your questions. And sometimes this may even take some alone time. This may be a call to walk away and retreat, like the card says, and have alone time to start deciphering things. Yes, the focus is on faith, expansion, and higher learning, travel, philosophical revelations, aligning your soul's quest for truth, and trusting the bigger picture. So, yes, you're called for being that person to ask the right questions, to ponder. You know, something's coming to me now that, again, understanding that you can learn from anyone. I think I remember in your last reading, Sagittarius, I was saying something, something just came to my mind, spirit. Thank you. That I said you can even learn from a child. So I'm saying to you, be humble enough to understand that you don't know all the questions. And as you're seeking, it's okay to tell ones and ones that you don't have all the answers. But genius in that you are asking. Most people don't ask. There's that scripture that is in the Bible about asking, knocking, and seeking, and the door will be open. A lot of people get stuck in a certain way and think they have all the answers, whether it's religion, politics, whatever, and they don't in truth, and they get stuck. And then they beat everyone else down that doesn't think like them. And we come into a loop, or we're trying to do the ultimate sin, which is um, abuse of power. So I admonish you to ask your questions, take a sabbatical if needed, travel, gather your thoughts, stand on something, but trust the big picture as well. And with that, I want you to continue to watch for this month. I'll have other things out, and our spotlight this month is Virgo for September. With that, I will see you next time.